Legends recently got the brand new LF Android 17 and the new EX Android 18 in the game. And both of those units are really good. Honestly, I'm a bit more impressed with Android 18 because she's able to hold her own in this current meta against a lot of tough units. And not only that, she's also really powerful at low stars as well, and she pairs up with Android 17 very well. And that's also not to say that 17 is not impressive, because even though the reveal wasn't that good, Android 17 is actually a very good unit. And also one of his abilities is absolutely just snapped in my opinion. So today we're going to take a look at 3 videos I recorded off screen to break down both LF Android 17 and the new EX18 as well. But with that being said, let's get into it.
Versus Gogeta Blue, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and Super Vegito.
And here we are in the first battle. So I lead off with Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku, and of course the opponent leads off with Gogeta Blue. This is a pure mono purple team. No Goku and Vegeta on this team at all. Anyway, obviously a strike arts is sealed for 2 timer counts. I used my special skill to see what the opponent was going to do, but they just ended up doing Ki Blast, so it was what it was. Anyway, so eventually Gogeta gets the lead with a few Ki Blasts and continues his combo from there. I was going to try to cover change 18 in to stop his strike arts for 5 timer counts, but the opponent dropped the combo, so there was nothing I could do. Eventually, I tried to force them to vanish by throwing out Ki Blast, but they just tanked through it with Blast Armor. That's not a problem. And then 18 is actually taking these hits very well. Note that this Gogeta is being 5 times Zenkai boosted, and my Android 18 is not only an EX unit, but she's also at 3 stars. So the fact that she's holding her own actually very well against these type of units is actually insane. Anyway, eventually I throw in Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku, and once Gogeta Blue's unique gauge filled, I decided to use the ultimate attack because none of those units have endurance, not a single one. So it doesn't matter if I use his ultimate attack now or if I use it later. So I landed on Rose, it deals really good damage, and eventually I force Rose to vanish with Ki Blast, and then from that he's going to end up swapping to Vegito. I end up doing the exact same thing to Vegito, but after he vanishes, I thought I had enough time to actually throw out the special move and deal damage on Vegito, but he was able to get Gogeta back in. So anyway, I vanish, I combo with Goku, then I throw in 18 and use Rising Rush, and the opponent throws in Rose. This is actually probably the best outcome because unlike Gogeta and Vegito, Rose always nullifies endurance, no matter what move he uses. So I will explain why that's so important as to why I'm getting him out instead of Gogeta, like later on as we talk about the other videos. But anyway, we land Rising Rush on Rose, he's gone, and now I pop my main ability, hoping to at least like give me a bit of breathing room against Vegito. I force an advantage with Ki Blast, then I pop my special skill. Vegito uses his main ability, but then uses Rising Rush immediately afterwards. And normally that would be wild, because you know his main abilities and his ultimate is really strong, but we guessed the rush, so now we're in a really good spot. So at this point, all I really need to focus on is trying to get Gogeta back in so I can wipe him out. So I actually do bad on the clash on purpose because I want to cover change into 17. But the opponent ended up dropping the combo, and even at that, they used strike arts. So there was that. But the reason why I wanted to get 17 in is because if Gogeta was going to, for whatever reason, use his ultimate attack, or if they decided to double rush, I wanted 17 to be in because he has endurance. So eventually I combo Gogeta, and then I use my ultimate attack with 17 against Gogeta, and 17's ultimate attack is extremely strong. So of course, it wipes out Gogeta. And from there, I know for a fact there's no possible way I'm going to lose because you no longer have a way of nullifying endurance. So eventually he throws out the special move with Vegito. I just tank it with 18. She took the hit very well too. So this time I actually tried to win, but I just like flat out got beat. So I'm not worried because at the end of the day, it's element factor advantage on my end, and there's no way he's going to be able to get the edge. So I dash attack. I somehow, you know, managed to actually vanish away because they followed up late. And then I follow up with a few strike arts guards, and then I use my special move against Super Vegito, and it wipes him out. So there's that. Again, note that 18 is not only an EX unit, she's also a support type, and she's at 3 stars against the likes of Gogeta Blue, who's probably the best unit in the game. And then also, you know, Rose and Super Vegito as well, who are also Zenkai awakened to Zenkai 7. So just knowing that 18 was able to not only hold her own, but also deal solid damage and be able to, you know, like, take a hit against a lot of these units. Even though she has element factor advantage, but still, just knowing that she was able to hold her own is extremely impressive. And also notes that if I was able to cover change properly with her, then she would help out a bit more by being able to seal strike arts for 5 timer counts, which can really help, especially against the likes of Gogeta Blue and even Beast Gohan. But with that being said, on to the next battle.
Versus Super 17, Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta, and Android 17.
And here we are in the second battle. So, of course, I lead off with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and the opponent leads off with Super 17. So, I just tackled, and I somehow managed to actually catch him. So, I follow up with Ki Blast because I'm not trying to get cover changed by Goku. Then afterwards, I follow up with Strike Arts once I get close enough. Then I drop the combo and I swap to 17. But then, obviously, they threw in Goku. But it was what it was. I wasn't really worried. Anyway, they dash attack, and then they tackle. I tap attack once I vanish with 17. I decide to back off, and then they tackle, follow up with strike. So I throw in 18 because she seals off strike for 5 timer counts. I don't think my phone actually registered my tap inputs right there, but I wasn't really worried because, again, Goku really couldn't do much. Anyway, I throw a Ki Blast. He blasts through it with Blast Arm with strike. Then I vanish, follow up with 18 accordingly. Then afterwards, I throw in Goku. They throw in Super 17. And then, luckily, since I followed up with strike, he doesn't absorb anything. And then afterwards, I combo, I throw in 17, they throw in 17, and now the 17s are fighting each other. Anyway, I Rising Rush against 17, and here's the reason why. I could have waited for Goku and Vegeta to come back in, but 17 is one of the more annoying units because he's able to heal and all that stuff, card draw speed. I don't want to deal with any of that. And plus, if he pops his special skill, then he has the ability of nullifying endurance. I don't want to do that. So I just get him out of there immediately. Anyway, sure enough, the opponent tackles. I throw in 18, seals off strike. This time they throw in or swap in Vegeta, and then from there they follow up with as many Ki Blasts as they can. But there's not really much I could have done with 18 right there, but they end up dropping the combo as I was trying to throw in Goku as well. And then eventually their combo ended because, of course, Goku also seals off strike. So they just charge in, and I have no idea why. I tried to drop the combo when I threw 17 in, but I'm assuming it just, like, timed it late. It was what it was. Anyway, we end up knocking out Super 17. And then from here, I know for a fact there's no way the opponent is going to win, even if they tackle. Sure enough, they tackle, charge in, I throw in 18, seals off strike. And now I know that if push really comes down to shove, I can just throw in Goku, and he'll also seal off strike again. So I throw in Goku, he seals off strike. So all they have is Ki Blast or anything that's not strike. So I throw in 17, and at this point, since Goku's back in, I'm a bit worried, but not too worried, because if 17 falls, I still have Goku, and even 18 in the back. I land a few combos on Goku. I vanish. My gauge actually restores very quickly, so I just charge in, then I vanish again, and then I continue my combo accordingly. Not doing like super crazy damage, but it's enough to at least keep the edge against the opponent. And plus, they're not going to swap to Vegeta anyway. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I might as well just try it. So I pop my main, I get an extra Ki Blast card plus the ultimate attack, and then I throw out the ultimate after landing the Ki Blast, and it was strong enough to wipe out Goku and Vegeta, especially because that's the main green unit in this meta, or at least in my opinion, that blue units would have to look out for. So with that, I land the Elf on them, and they're gone. That's literally it. And honestly, that's impressive, seeing that he was able to keep up against them primarily because of the Vanish Gauge. If that Vanish Gauge did not recover, then he would have absolutely been in a very, very bad spot. But the Vanish Gauge allowed us to be able to get out of the way while also forcing the opponent to vanish relatively safely, if you will. And then, of course, being able to pop the main and land the ults on Goku helped out a ton. I mean, that ultimate hits extremely hard. But with that being said, on to the final battle.
Versus Full Power Jiren, Android 17, and Ultra Instinct Goku.
And here we are in the final battle. So again, I lead off with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and the opponent leads off with Full Power Jiren. So this is honestly the best case scenario for me because I have element factor advantage. So they lead off with their special skill, then I knew immediately to swap because with UI Goku being in the back, he can cover change like almost everything. So I swapped to 17 throughout the special move, and the opponent ends up swapping to 17 as well. So I tried to match his Ki Blast so I can at least, like, you know, follow up accordingly, but I timed it too late, so I ended up getting comboed. He followed up with Strike Art, so I threw in Jiren, then he sidestepped. So I used my special skill with Jiren, hoping to land feint. Afterwards, I drop the combo and I continue comboing Goku, which is really good because, again, unique gauge with Goku, really, really annoying to deal with. So, anyway, eventually Goku tries to, follow up with a combo. I throw in 17 because 17's safe against Goku. I end up activating his unique gauge, which is not a problem for me because at least he can't just, auto everything now. So, I end up vanishing with 17, and I deal a massive amount of Ki Blast damage to Goku. So, they swap in Jordyn, which is smart. I actually wasn't expecting to throw in Jordyn, but they did. Anyway, I let 17 take the hit to build up his unique gauge. Then afterwards, I throw in Goku. I end up comboing, Jordyn just a little bit. Then I reacted a bit too late after tackling. So, because of that, 17 ended up being able to combo Goku, which is not really too bad because I know he can take it. And plus, if he throws out his ultimate attack, I literally have, like, Jordyn right there. So, the opponent continues their combo. And then afterwards, they throw out their ultimate attack. So I throw in Jordyn. I know for a fact he can take this because his health is practically full. So he ends up taking the hit very, very well-ish. It still hit pretty hard. But that's one option for nullifying endurance that's now gone. So I'm not worried about that. So it's already been past 3 timer counts. So when I throw a Ki Blast with Jordyn, the opponent ends up using Rising Rush. So even if they landed it, Jordyn would still live because of endurance. But we guessed the rush, so we are completely good to go. Now Rising Rush is off the table for the opponents. So at this point, I just need to be able to start, like, wearing down some of the units. So the opponent decides to just charge straight in. I end up catching them with Strike after they sidestep twice. And then afterwards, I throw a special move with 17 on Jordyn and deal solid damage. Then I pop my special skill as well to nullify cover change. My gauge fills up again, which helps a ton, especially because they had a special move. Then I follow up with Ki Blast, and afterwards I pop another special skill, nullifying cover change, so that when Goku cover changes in, I can just wipe him out. So that's exactly what happened. Now, the opponent decided to use the special skill with Jordyn. I just back off, then I use Ki Blast. I get what they were going for, but, like, I had too much room to actually maneuver. So, yeah, anyway. Now it's 17 versus 17. Now, if you guys remember earlier in this video, I said that 17 has a particular ability that I think is absolutely insane, and you're going to see that in this battle, actually in a few moments. But I end up sidestepping with 17. I forced the opponent 17 to vanish. Then I pop my main ability because I need to live. So I tackle, then I throw out my ultimate attack. Now remember, 17 has endurance, but his ultimate attack nullifies endurance. But don't forget that if you activate a special move, an Awakening Arts, an ultimate attack, or Rising Rush, while 17 is on the field, even if it has endurance nullifying properties, 17 cancels it. So, where that normally would have been an LF, the opponent 17 actually canceled the endurance nullification. So, because that, the battle continued. Eventually, I end up cover changing with Goku after, Jordyn goes in. But, a cover change to strike cover, then I throw out the special move and that wipes him out. So, yeah, that is a really good display of what not only 18, even though I didn't use her in this battle, but in a general retrospect, but EX18 and also the new LS17 can do, especially with that ability being able to darn near nullify everything. And it really helps out a lot against the likes of Gogeta Blue, where if Gogeta Blue activates Rising Rush, even against 17, so long as 17 is in while Rising Rush is activated, then 17 nullifies the endurance nullification, which is very, very prominent. And that goes for all units. So long as you have 17 in, if they throw out a special move, an Awakening Arts, an Ultimate Attack, or Rising Rush that would normally nullify endurance, 17 cancels that. So it kind of makes him, in a sense, unrushable or unnullifiable in a way, if you guys get what I'm saying. But again, 17 and 18 are absolutely phenomenal. Again, their reveal wasn't that good, but the units are honestly really, really good. But I do want to know what you guys think about both LF17 and the new EX18 in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.